Good morning, students. So today we are going to start with the explanation of the poem of your Hornbill book in class 11. The title of the poem is The Laburnum Top by Ted Hughes. Now this is how the laburnum tree looks like. These are the beautiful golden, or if you want to call them yellow, shining flowers of the laburnum tree. They are beautiful flowers and this is how they look like. All right. Now the Laburnum Top is a beautiful poem, children, which is written by the British poet Ted Hughes. He was an English poet. He was also a translator and children's writer. Now, by his critics, he was frequently ranked as one of the best poets of his generation. And he was also one of the 20th century's greatest writers. It is quite admirable that he served as poet laureate from the year 1984 until his death. So in 2008, the Times ranked Ted Hughes fourth on their list of the 50 greatest British writers since 1945. All right, let us quickly understand before we actually start the recitation of the poem, what is the poem about? In this particular poem, the poet has described a beautiful scene in which he witnesses what is happening in a laburnum tree on a sunny September day. So he observes that a goldfinch flies. Okay, a goldfinch is a beautiful bird. I'll be showing you the image of the goldfinch also very soon in one of my slides. So the goldfinch flies over and enters the tree. Now, once the bird is out of sight, the speaker hears a flurry of chirping. The goldfinch comes out onto a tree branch and then flies away, and the tree returns to its silence. Okay, now let's revise. Let us just go back to the first stanza. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So here, children, you can see the September sunlight. Okay, September sunlight. Both of them start with S. So, which is the poetic device here? Alliteration. Okay, and September sunlight. Okay, the month of September tells us that this is the onset of autumn. There is one more reason. Okay, there is one more reason from where we can understand, we can depict why are we saying that this is an onset of autumn. When the poet says in this third line of his poem, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So this also tells us that the September month and the yellow leaves which have fallen, the seeds have also fallen. This tells us that this is the autumn season, autumn time. Let us start with the second stanza now. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard, and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness, and a machine starts up, of chitterings, and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. She stokes it full, then floats out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. All right, now this particular stanza we need to revisit 2-3 times. Now you please be very attentive, all of you. I'm going one by one. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup. Okay, what do you mean by the word twitching? It is moving. So till now the tree was still. Till now there was no sound. Till now there was no movement. So no sound, no movement till the goldfinch comes, children, with the twitching chirrup. Okay, so she's coming and she's bringing all this musical sound into the tree. All the movement will start taking place now, as you will just see in a short while. a suddenness, a startlement. Startlement is surprise. At a branch end, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt. Again, we have alliteration here. Okay, we have alliteration once again. Sleek as a lizard. Now see, why is the goldfinch entering the tree now? Because her young ones are residing in the tree. They are nestled in this laburnum tree. And why has the mother goldfinch come? The mother goldfinch has come to this tree to visit her young ones because she wants to feed them. She has brought food for them. Okay. So then sleek as a lizard. Now she is very quietly entering the tree and she is extremely alert because she doesn't want to be seen by anybody. Okay. She doesn't want to be seen by anybody who can harm her young ones. Okay, so she enters the thickness of the tree and a machine starts up. Now, a machine starts up here. What is the machine here? We will talk about it. Let me just quickly go on to the next line here. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings, the whole tree trembles and thrills. Now you can imagine, just imagine when you are extremely hungry, okay, you are sitting inside your house and you are waiting, you have ordered, say, a pizza, yes, and you have not eaten anything since morning, and this is afternoon and you are waiting for your pizza man to deliver the pizza, and as soon as he comes, there is so much of excitement in the house. Yes, all your siblings and parents and they are all waiting for it, right? So this it creates some excitement in the whole house when the doorbell rings. Okay, so in the similar manner, you see, the mother has come to the tree. The mother has come to feed her young ones, and once she enters the tree, there is that there is startlement, there is suddenness, and in that thickness when she enters, a machine starts up. Now machine starts up, children, please understand this particular phrase, machine starts up. The young chicks of the mother goldfinch are extremely excited to see their mother, okay? And because she has brought food for them, and therefore they just make this noise and they flutter their wings. So when they do all this, this is the machine, and you will see in the next few lines, the mother goldfinch is the engine of her family. Okay, I'll just read out that line. So what is happening? They are excited to see their mother, and the whole tree trembles and thrills. Okay. So chitterings here refers to the chattering noise of the young ones. Okay. Tremor of wings means that they are fluttering their wings. And trillings here refers to the confused noise. Okay. Trillings here refers to the confused noise which is being created over there. So the whole tree trembles and thrills. Okay. So this is a personification, children. The tree has been personified here, and there is an alliteration also here. And what is personification? Personification is, children, the attribution of human-like characteristics to something which is non-human. Now, sometimes children do get confused, so I would like to clarify this. It does not refer to non-living. Okay, when we say attribution of human-like characteristics to something non-human, that can be living also and that can be non-living also. For instance, you can personify a glass of water, you can personify your pencil, your pen, your bag, your mobile phone, anything that is non-human can be personified, and you can try poetry writing on the same. Okay, so remember that. So now here we say, I'll go back to the second stanza's second last line, third last line. It is the engine of her family. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Now, barred face identity mask, children, is supposed to be a transferred epithet. Now, let me just quickly explain this. How? transferred epithet. Now, the word epithet, children, you should know the word epithet means an adjective. Okay, the word epithet you can write down if you want to write somewhere. The word epithet means adjective. Okay, so the word epithet means adjective. And how is it transferred? Why do we say transferred epithet? Okay, now you see the laburnum tree has flowers. Now in this case, please remember what is transferred epithet. Okay, let me just quickly explain this first. What is transferred epithet? So epithet, as I just told you, is an adjective, beta. So when the adjective for one noun, okay, for one noun is transferred to another noun. Okay, so the adjective is transferred for one noun to the other noun. Now in this case we are saying bird, face, identity, mask. Now what is the adjective? Let us understand. Bird is an adjective. Okay, now as you can see, the laburnum tree has flowers. The image is right in front of you. So the flowers are just like, they fall like bars. If you can see this, they are falling like bars. Okay, they are falling like bars. And when the bird is behind these flowers, the shadow on her face looks like as if she is wearing a mask that has bars on it. So barred becomes an adjective for flowers, and it is basically transferred there to the face of the bird. Okay, so the barred adjective is not used for the flowers, but instead it is used for the face of the bird. Okay, so this much is clear. Now the whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. What is the engine of her family? The goldfinch is the engine. Now in any kind of machine, how does a machine start? The machine cannot start till the engine is working. So first, in order to start any machine, we have to start its engine. And when the engine starts working, the whole machine is in the is starts processing and starts working fine in a very fine manner. If something is wrong with the engine, do you think any machine will work? No. So first and foremost, engine has to be there. So what is the engine here in this case? Who is the engine? The mother goldfinch is the engine. Why is she called engine? Because she is the source of energy for her young ones. Okay, so she is the source of energy for her young ones. She is providing that energy to her young ones, young chicks. Because of that, they will be able to move around, because of which they are moving, they are creating those sounds, and there is so much of movement in the tree. Okay, so is it clear till here? All right, so now we have come to the last three lines of your poem. Then with eerie, delicate whistle, chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Okay, so then with eerie, delicate whistle, chirrup whisperings. Okay, so she very quietly now she has to go away from here, and she has to since her job is over now. What is her job? Her job is to feed the young ones. Okay, the young ones have been fed, they are re-energized, they are making noise, and they are excited. And now when the mother feels that her job is over, she has to go back. So she launches away towards the infinite, means that she goes back to the sky, she goes back from where she came perhaps, and now she leaves the young ones there in the tree, and she goes away after the purpose with which she had come has been materialized, has been met, has been fulfilled. Okay, so the laburnum again subsides to empty. Now one thing that you have to notice here is the beginning and the ending of this poem Laburnum Top is similar. The poet has beautifully described the scenario in the beginning when there is no movement on the top of the laburnum. So he calls it silent, he calls it still, and in the end, again, when the mother goldfinch has gone away, the situation is just the same. So as the goldfinch flies away into the vast sky, so after feeding her babies, this silence, stillness, seclusion, and hollowness is again has come back to the tree. Now there is a symbolism here, children. That symbolism is that the laburnum tree, the laburnum tree here has been symbolic of something, has been symbolic of stillness as well as deterioration or decay, as you call it. And that since the if you observe, the poem started with autumn season. Okay, the seeds have fallen, the leaves have turned yellow. So the laburnum tree is basically the symbolic of stillness as well as decay and deterioration as it is passing through autumn season. Okay, and this silence, this stillness, this seclusion and hollowness are integral features of life. The laburnum tree, therefore, children, symbolizes the pattern of life in general. Okay, now life is seemingly dull, inanimate, but it is the attitude of a person, that makes it meaningful and worth living. So the goldfinch brings a lot of cheer, lot of happiness to the simple and inanimate surroundings. And its happiness is infectious and all encompassing. So this is basically the message that the poet Ted Hughes is trying to give us. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the poem. I hope you understood the poem. In case you have any queries, please you can get back to me. Thank you and have a good day, all of you.